Hello everyone, Onerous here with another episode of my first Factorio Megabase. So, the end of last episode, we took the tank out after we completed our coal outpost and bringing that in. So, as you can see here, off camera I hooked up our coal, so we've got some of it running over here to feed the bus, some of it running down here to feed the smelting. And you can see little arrows here. I've put input priorities, making sure that this patch gets used up first. Also, yes, look at the mini map. Our pollution cloud is clear of biters, and we've got a whole heap more of the map shown. But yes, our pollution just keeps growing. So our pollution grows, the biters expand, nothing stays safe forever. Alright, this episode, I want to start getting some bots happening. Now, first of all, I'm just going to say we're going to build some bots in the... we're going to build some production of bots, but unfortunately we are really struggling with resources. We only have one lane of iron and one lane of copper plates, so we will create the production for bots, but I'm pretty sure we're going to hit some limits very soon and we're going to have to expand. Anywho, let's kick off. What do we need for bots? So, let us find. Construction bots need green. We've only got construction bots first, I've got to point out. And as always, quick check. Everything's looking alright. Okay. So, construction bots need flying robot frames and electronic circuits. We haven't unlocked logistics bots. They don't have as much use, in my opinion, at this point in the game. We'll definitely use them later on, but at the moment, just construction bots are what we're after. So, robot flying frames are over here, and they need batteries and electronic engines, neither of which we currently have. So, electronic engines need regular engines, and batteries need sulfuric acid. So, let's start with sulfuric acid. So, I'm going to throw that on the belt here. Mainly because sulfuric acid is actually used in a couple other things further down the track, and we will want a fair bit of that happening. So sulfuric acid uses sulfur, and it takes 5 sulfur a second. We'll probably want 2 of these to have 100 sulfuric acid a second, so I like that as a nice round number. And so we need 10 sulfur every second. 1 sulfur produces 2 a second, so we'll need 5 of these to 2 of these. Alright, simple ratio, let's do it. And we will just get that out of the way, and I think it will fit in quite nicely here. Alright, so we need 5 of these, and we are all out of chemical plants. Well, that was poorly planned on my behalf. Let's run down and grab some more. I think we are pretty good for everything else. So let's just stock up 2 stacks of that. There we go. Yay, of course we've got some stone on us, which is always handy, isn't it? Just in case we need it. So let's... again, I have not allowed for some space in between. Okay. And 5. Hey, that surprisingly worked out like I'd planned it, which I definitely had not. Alright, let's pop a couple of these down and let's get these guys going. So I'm going to output these downwards, I guess. We've kind of set it up for that. No, let's output them upwards, and let's get our stuffs in. No, we don't need you, and you, like so. Very familiar arrangement by now. Okay, so this one is our... Can we get it out to there? Alright, that's okay. This one is our petroleum. And I think our water is probably going to suffer a little bit if we try and hook that up to the bus. So we might just hook that up to the water below it. Which I could have done with the petroleum, but this looks a little bit more efficient. Alright, we will do that hopefully here. Oh, beautiful. Alright, and what I will do is just do something like this and pop these guys down here. There we go. Okay, So we have our sulfur outputting along here. And then sulfuric acid is next, which needs iron plate and water. So let's bring some iron plate onto the bottom side of this section here, like so. Alright, iron plate is a long way away, I'm afraid. 1, 2, 3, 4, is that it? No, that's only 3. Alright, 2, 3, 4. Not sure, I think that is a furphy, yep. Just there to make sure we don't get it right. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so let's bring in, excuse me, let's divert some iron plate in here, and I think conversely we also need iron plate and copper for batteries. But let's get our sulfuric acid going. So we said we were going to do 2 of these for sulfuric acid. And they need water in the top. Could we have spun this around? Yeah, probably. Then we wouldn't be able to get our inserters there. Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine, guys. We'll just play around with it until we find an arrangement that we like. And I think what we will do is we can just get water like so. And yeah, perfect. Alright. How far can that guy reach? Even better. And then we have it. Now just to bring in our goodies. There and there. Power that guy up. And sulfuric acid is a go. I want to pop a tank down. Because at some point we will probably... Is that not connected? Why was that not hooked up? Let me try that again. We are not producing because we're out of water. What happened to my water? Oh. Water, water, no water. Did I not hook this water up? Sure I did. Ah, stuck. What has happened to our water? Keep on tracing it back, tracing it back. Alright. Have we just overused our water, or did something get destroyed? Did I run into something? I sure did, but that should not have been a problem. Oh, look at that. So it looks like we actually did either... I can't remember if I ran into that or if a biter did, but just in case, let's pop down a little bit of defenses here. Alright, that will protect our water supply and hopefully alleviate some of the little pain that a little outpost here is taking. And you. Awesome. Alright. So now we have water again. Well, that's handy for everything. And we are now getting sulfuric acid. Wonderful. Alright. So let's bring that over yonder to the bus. We see a problem right there. We'll have to bring it somewhere else. Things just got a little bit tight here, didn't they? Let's pop it down here. Alright. But that is the first part of our batteries. Hey there, come on. And we'll pop this right there. Alright. And this other lane will be for lubricant, which we'll hook up later. So now for batteries, we just need sulfuric acid, iron plate, and copper plate. Let us bring down this stuff. I like to try and keep these pipes lined up with each other That way it just means there's a lot less stuffing around when you go to cross. Kind of decreases the chance of having to actually underground anything. So down here is good. We're going to need copper and iron plate also, so let's bring those down. Wonderful. Alright. With that done, we will move this a little further out. Coverage obviously is starting to get significantly less, but we can kind of rely on our clearing of the map. Oh god, that was terrible. We can rely on our clearing on a map to give us a little bit of leeway. And great. Unfortunately, walls just seem to take forever when you want to actually pick them up. And there we go. So let us make some batteries. Now, batteries are made in chemical plants. There we go. Alright, we'll aim for 1 a second, so let's put... Well, let's first check. We want 1 of these a second, so we need 2 batteries a second. Yeah, I'm going to go 1 battery, 2 batteries a second. Is that what I just said? Does need 2 batteries a second. Alright, let's pop down a stack of these then, shall we? Chemical plants. Line it up nicely with our previous. And 8 of these will give us 2 a second. Alright. So get some power going in those spots. And of course, our friends the lights. And some power. Yeah, that is fine. Alright. So first of all, let's make these batteries so we can see where the pipes need to be. And a very familiar arrangement, as we've seen many times with these chemical plants. We're just going to do that. And that leaves us space to have other things coming in. I am going to extend that one there because we'll probably want to expand that in the future. Alright, so this needs to be iron plate and copper. If I remember correctly, iron plate and copper. And they're just simply 1 a second, so that's not a problem. We are just getting attacks. Looks like there's still some biters coming in from somewhere. Looks like that one there now, the pollution cloud has increased. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Alright, let's get this hooked up to our sulfuric acid. Wonderful. Alright, let's hook these guys up. And that one there. Now, you will go there. Again, another one that we should be well and truly familiar with by now. And, ooh, it's not quite right. And you like that. Excellent. Alright, so that is everything we need for batteries. And we have batteries. Oh, last one. There we go. Let's get some output for these. Another thing I would love to point out is we've actually started getting red belts. I threw these in at the end of last episode, so we've got some red belt production now, and yeah, we're starting to get a few. That is only 100. I definitely want more than 100 of those. I think that was meant to be 1,000, so let's just quickly fix that up so that we can get some red belts, because we will need a lot of them. 1,000? Red belts less than 1,000? Oh, there we go, that's fine. What have we got? 200 here, yep, and 100 there. Okay, there we go, that'll use up our iron very quickly. Lucky we don't need it for batteries. Oh wait. Anyway, that's future Owen's problem, and like I said at the start, we absolutely need to increase our iron and copper production. But back to our robot frames. We've got batteries. Let's have a look at electric engines. We need 1 electric engine a second if we want to do 1 robot frame a second. So to do that, we need 1 engine unit a second. And to do that, we just need steel, iron gears, and iron pipe. I am just going to copy this because this arrangement is working for us. Sadly, we don't have we don't have bots, of course, so this is basically just a blueprint that I will have to manually make. And there we go. Whoop. Dead tree trunk is in the way. There we go. Let's dig you up, my friend. Once we actually get the bots, life will be much, much easier. But until that day, we are stuck doing this totally the wrong way. There we go. Alright. Like so. Extend that around. Let's get these. So if you're not aware, if you drag and drop a pole over a blueprint, it will place it on every blueprinted pole. Fortunately, it doesn't work for any other item. And we just lost that. Alright. In this case, because I've placed the poles now, these just slot in. The only places they can go is in between the poles. So that's a quick way to be able to drag and drop items like that. Alright. So we need iron in there. And steel in at the top. Makes sense. And then we get our electric engines down the bottom. Man, need to practice thinking and talking at the same time. There we go. Let's pop these in. That will be electric engines, and this is iron plate. So we need to get steel to there. I'm going for belts. Enough. Cool. All right, we're really starting to extend this out a bit. That is, whoa, wowzers, what are you doing, buddy? There we go. All right. Man, the clicking. Alright, so steel is coming in actually here. Let's jump across there. That is plastic as well. Oh, that's alright. So we don't need you or you. We need you. There we go, has some steel. And what else do we need? Ah, that is it. Alright, so let's get our iron plate here. I'll definitely be picking up the bus. Probably off camera I'll do some just some finagling to make sort of all these kind of things come down here, because we're stopping them well up there, aren't we? Alright, so with our iron coming in, we'll get these guys, which will start getting our regular engines. Now we need lubricant on the bus. Alright, let's quickly see how many we've got. 44 of these. Let's run these guys up all the way back up to our lubricant store, which is way up the top of the bus, of course. Probably should have run these off camera, but hey, forward planning, overrated. So somewhere along here we'll be able to bring our lubricant. It's right up the top. Alright. So let's keep going, and there. Alright, hello lubricant. Oh, couldn't happen perfectly every time, could it? There we go. We have lubricant on the bus. That'll be not only for electric engines, but later on we will need that, I believe, for blue belts, undergrounds, and splitters. Everything is starting to really shape up though, and boy am I looking forward to getting bots. But first, we need to get all the ingredients. Alright, so we have, I think we have everything, don't we? We've got batteries and electric engine units, and green circuits and steel are available on the bus. So I am going to bring this back this way, and we're going to marry that up over here with our batteries. Alright, batteries on through to the other side. Yes, yes. Terrible, terrible punnage. Alright. And voila. So you guys will come down here, and then off the bus we just need green circuits and steel plate. Here's our steel. Green circuits are probably miles away. It's okay, we've still got 200 belts. We are looking good. And you need to go there, you need to go there. Like so, wonderful. Alright, whenever our green circuits catch up, cross over that line, like that. There we go, alright. And then we'll get you to cross over here, and we're away. Robot frames, here we come. So we want one a second, we need 20 of these. That is a lot, isn't it? I don't know if I want to build 20, to be honest, because it'll be much easier once we get some construction bots. So maybe we'll just do 10 for now, and then we can double it with our construction bots. What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Excellent. Alright, let's pop some lights in as always. So dark sometimes. And filling in our recipes and our items right to the end. Alright. Not that far to the end. We are out of blue inserters. Let's go grab some more of those. Oh boy, looking forward to these robots. And then the next step is personal roboports, of course, so that we can actually use them ourselves. And then regular roboports so that the base can use them. But I always prefer getting personal roboports first. It's just absolutely personal preference, of course. I think the cost, to me, the cost of regular roboports is just a bit too resource heavy to warrant putting them everywhere. And if they're not everywhere, then they're not really working for you. I'm going to take these out this direction. But whereas a personal roboport, because you carry it around with you wherever you are, it's good to go. What are we missing? Oh, after all that, look at that! What have I done? I didn't make electric engines. Alright, change of plans, guys. Change of plans. We totally forgot about electric engines, which was why we brought the lubricant down in the first place. Alright, how can we fix this simply? We probably cannot. I think I'm going to have to rip all this up, which is really sad. I can't believe we did that. We're going to have a lot of this crap in our inventory. That is okay though. Alright, let's cut that off. Let's pick up 1,000,000 batteries. Let's pick them all up. Oh man, that was silly, wasn't it? I'm sure as I was doing it, you were screaming at me to realise my mistake, and it just didn't happen. And unfortunately, we don't have bots yet, so this is quite the labour-intensive mistake. Pick it all up. Pick it all up. And we're probably going to need some of this stuff anyway, but start from scratch and realise our mistake. And you know what? After all that, I probably will I'll keep some of this operational. We definitely need green circuits coming in. Alright, so we need our electric engines coming in. And I am going to do something like this. What else do we need? Electric engines and green circuits. Alright, let's disconnect steel from here. This is going to look really weird. And in fact, I am going to change it, because it's too weird even for me. We'll have to get rid of some of these materials. Luckily, we can drop most of them into what we're making. So there is half a belt of greens, and we can marry up. If these guys are a little bit further on, we could do that and get that steel out of there. Golly jinkers. Alright, so now we have those things and we just need lubricant. So let's kick these off. Electric engines. Little electric engines. Alright, we're going to do our same arrangement. We want 1 a second, 10 of these. Oh, almost. Alright. Let's pop these down. This feels like I've done this before. And let's get some lights. Too far out of reach. Excellent. And fill it up. Alright. So I think what we'll do to save a few pipes, which of course we don't have enough of. This is taking much longer than I would have hoped. And man, that not having the electric engines really has thrown me. I'm struggling to get back on track. But let's just... I am going to make that bigger, because that is never enough. And let's grab a... How come that one has so many? Alright. We only need 100. Honestly. Let's go back down. Let's hook up our electric engines. Man, I was hoping to get the bots much sooner than this. Anywho, only do what we can do. Alright. So you guys are going to do something like this. Is that going to allow us... That is not going to allow us what I want to do. I guess we do have to... what we could do is something a little bit crazy. Yeah, I don't mind it. Do not mind it at all, honestly. Means we don't have lights, but we can always put lights elsewhere in between our output inserters. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. There we go, and let's get you out of the way so we fix up that. Alright, there we go, that ain't too bad. Ain't too bad at all. And what we'll do is pop these guys here. Now the question is, where do I want this to come from? The easiest thing to do would be just to run a whole heap of this across here and just accept the fact. No, I don't like that at all. Alright. So what I need is a bit more clear space above. And unfortunately that's where this arrangement becomes a little bit of an annoyance. What if I were to do some serious spaghetti? Yes, the spaghetti fixes all problems. And I've just seen another problem that we have going here. This actually needs to be... We might be able to... Looks like we are going to have to do that. Which is quite the inelegant solution. But this will allow us to bring this all the way down. That's far enough. And then what I want to do is have a situation like that. For all of these to hook up along that line. Perfect. Alright. Except for here. Can't win them all, can we? Alright. So let's do this behind us so we can actually keep going. Okay, and then we hook it up with this one. Yep, yep. Oh, always the way. There we go. Alright. And we're still getting some attacks, man. Those guys are just relentless. Alright, there we go. And it's this one here. Perfect. Alright, lubricant is in. we are totally out of iron plate because we've got all the iron plate going to everywhere else. So what I'll do is I will get some electric engines in these guys and some green circuits in these guys as well. Alright. And what do we need batteries for? Batteries were for the circuits. Excellent. Now let us quickly throw on some of these and some outputs. Alright, here we go. We are back in business. Are we going to be able to get this done before the end of the episode? We are definitely. Well, we're going to make it happen. We just check the time and we are at the time. But that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Because all we need to do now is hook this up to our batteries. Like so. And now we can get steel and green circuits in on, let's say, this line here to give us a bit of space. There we go. And it's almost like we planned it. Nothing ever went wrong. This was the intention the whole way through. Alright. We'll get you guys to jump over. No, we won't. We'll get you to jump over in a more pleasing manner. And there we have it. Somehow our steel's not hooked up. We still have a relic of the past there. That's okay. So now, do we have what it takes? We sure do. So, back to this arrangement. Alright, and of course we didn't end up putting any lights here, which just makes life so dull. There we go. Come hell or high water, we will finish this episode. Alright. Now what I say, we're just doing 10 of these, won't we? There we go. Okay. Last one in. Looks like we just left enough room with our turrets there. Oh boy. That one's going to go to there. Oh, and of all the things we're now out of. We are now out of transport belts. Okay, that's cool. Just one more thing, we need to run all the way back to the mall. And boy, suddenly logistic bots are seeming much nicer. And I just got red belts, but we don't actually want red belts just yet. Except that I have only got 100 of those. Okay. Looks like I have set us up for red belts, but our acute lack of iron plate means that we're not getting the production we need. So that's definitely next episode. We are fixing up our iron plate issues. We'll have to do another outpost for that, which will be fun, of course. And then we need an output for these guys. Don't run on the belt going the other way. Alright, there we have it. Let's get our fast inserters going, and then our long handles afterwards. Oh god, don't stand in the way of where you're trying to build. And then longs. Too many. There we go. Alright, we should now have a little bit of robot frames coming through there. You know what? I am actually going to bring it out this way. And we are going to have right here some production. I'm just going to do that. I want to split it off evenly between the two types of robots. And so this one will need green circuits and the other one needs red circuits. So we'll get half a belt of green in here. Oh, our first cliff. We are at the point where we could make cliff explosives with a bit of teching, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so red circuits and green circuits are together. Try and line this up in an appropriate fashion. So red circuits actually are one-off green circuits. Let's do that in preparation, and we're out of our regular belt. It's time to go unnecessarily to red belt. Alright. And then we'll do something like that. And you will jump across. So that'll get us our red for when we need it. Oh boy, what have I done here? Well, let's go down there, shall we? And then this arrangement will need to move as well. That's okay, we're fine. We are fine. So there's what we need for construction robots. Let's get making some construction robots. Come on. Flying robot frames and green circuits. So there's our flying robot frames. There's our green circuits. And there is some power. Okay, so this one we're going to make for logistics spots. And to do that we'll get our second lot of circuits there, and we bring in our red circuits for that. So red circuits will come in on the top there. Might as well hook it up now. That's not going to happen. Why'd you do that? Alright. Let's cross over these. That's obviously the wrong way as well. We'll shoot these down super quick on our red belt that it cannot support. Anyway, that's set up for when we research logistics spots, which might as well throw into the queue. Logistics spots, there we go. Alright, we should have this going into a chest, shouldn't we? Let's have some outputs here, and I am just going to throw it in a chest for now. Because what we also need to build is a personal roboport. We need to build modular armor, personal roboport, we need portable solar panels, we need batteries. Oh boy, where are our batteries? Personal battery Mark 1 is what we need. And personal battery, there we go. Alright, let's add that to the queue. Start research on that. It also needs that. And power armor, apparently. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Alright, I'm going to get the personal battery first. Do we want to... That's going to take way too long. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Personal battery and then logistics. So, sadly we're not going to have our bots up and running at this point, but we'll get 100 of them just built up for now. Obviously all this is a bit slow, and as you can see why. Look at that. This is our problem for next time. We are going to research the batteries, we're going to start making that stuff, but definitely we need to tap into some of this iron ore over here. So we're going to tap into both these iron ore. Hopefully we can get 2 full belts worth, so 30 miners on each. They're pretty small patches, and I'd like to get another copper while we're there, so that is what we're going to do. And look, the attacks have begun again. This has spread it just while we've been talking all the way around. So the other thing we want to do is think about expanding our defenses. Man, there is so much to do and so little time to do it in, because again we've run over time, another 10 minutes over our allotted half hour, so bear with me as we get this base up and running. This episode we started creating bots, which will help us immensely with everything that's to come. I really need to get the batteries, portable solar panels, all that happening. I'm going to make those probably off camera, and we'll get a personal roboport up and running, or 2, along with our modular armor, which we need. So with that all up and running, when we come back next time, we'll be able to create those outposts with some beautiful copy pasting. Thanks for watching. As always, love to hear your ideas, tips, thoughts below in the comments section. Otherwise, I will see you next time.